Well, hello there, you guys. It's me again, your master, the Shadow Reader, here with yet another episode of Creepypasta Fails. And this one is going to be a relatively special one. I'm going to be honest. Now, how exactly is this going to be special? Well, I'm going to be honest. Other than the usual ranting and raving and literally wanting to sit there and rip my own freaking head off every time I sit there and read a piece of crap kind of story, there's something that you guys are probably going to really enjoy seeing when I put that screenshot up for you guys to see a little sample of the story while I narrate it. Oh boy, you guys, yeah. I've ranted and raved so much on these stories over the past, how long has it been now? Nearly a year? And yet I've been on hiatus because I've been debating whether or not I wanted to keep any of these or not. Kind of been going through a bit of a whole thing of like whether or not I should keep doing this or not, because I know I've been really hard with people. But after this one comment somebody gave me, basically a long one, saying that what I do is helping people, I shouldn't stop doing what I love doing and things like that. Shout out to that person who made that comment, by the way. I decided, you know what? Let's make something out of this. Let's keep making more of these babies. Everybody's been wanting them, so you know what? Might as well give it to you guys, because that's what you guys like the most. But again, I think I should probably make a mention that I do apologize for being in a hiatus for such a long time. Been pretty busy writing creepypastas, and actually good ones, narrating good ones, and just basically just kind of throwing that on the back burner, at least until now. So anyway, enough with the chit-chat, enough with the crap, let's actually get into this story. And of course, as you all are seeing right here and right now on the screen, there is one thing that I will be completely and utterly honest that I am happy about, is that this entire story is pending deletion. In fact, I'm even going to read it right now. It says, this page may be subjected to deleted by an administrator for the following reasons: spam/vandalism. Okay, I'm glad it's getting deleted. It's a piece of shit story. But taking a little look at everything, I don't exactly see how, any of this is really spam. It just looks like a shit story, to be honest. The concept of, all of it is just okay. I think that's kind of where I'm going to start this off. The pending deletion thing should not so much be about spam or vandalism, unless this person has actually done something to spam around and, vandalize web pages and things like that. And if that is the kind of person that did that, then to the author, I say fuck you, because you're a piece of shit if you genuinely do that kind of terrible thing to other people's work. But more importantly than that, let's just say that that was true, which most probably is, because let's be honest, people, it's a Spinpasta Wikia. What do we expect with any of these things? Shouldn't there be, like, something else added to this? I don't know. Maybe, like, piss poor grammar, cliches out the fucking ass, and just, genuinely speaking, a lack of, any kind of proofreading or things like that. Shouldn't that be added into there? But, I don't know. I guess, like, that's fine on the Spinpasta Wiki. You can sit there and have, stories that are terribly, horribly, no good, very badly made, and that's fine, but if you spam or whatever it is, you'll get your page deleted. I don't know. But enough with that bullcrap, let's actually move on to this piece of shit story. Up until this very point, I used to watch Playhouse Disney as a little child, but last week it was shut down because one of the staff members of Disney were screwing things up too much. His job was okay to me. There were some shows he liked working on, such as Gravity Falls and Wander Over Yonder. Some he was just okay, but there was also shows he hated working on, and one of them was Little Einstines, and while he never wanted to work on it, money was all he cared about and nothing else. Okay, so far, somewhat okay. It's an okay startup, I'll give it that. Although the sentence structuring in this thing is about as bad can honestly be. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and it's just dog shit. But, I've got to be honest, it's okay so far. It's okay. It's not terrible. I mean, the grammar is shit, but, it's not anything that's completely unrealistic. I mean, people tend to do that kind of thing for money almost all the time. Although, I guess it's fine. Kinda. Sorta. I mean, I hope. I just hope it remains that way. I really genuinely... It's not gonna happen, is it, people? Though some months later, before it was shut down, I remember walking out the building. I found a DVD case outside of the building, and it said, Little Einstein's unaired episode. While I thought, oh well, this is some crappy DVD disc. But since the episode was unaired, I could probably watch it posted on YouTube and earn money. I shoved it in my bag before heading to the train station to catch my train home. Okay, author, here's a little bit of, alright, so far we've already got more problems than we know what to, pull apart here, but let's go ahead and start this all off. Apparently, supposedly, Disney had been, shut down temporarily because of a quote-unquote lost Little Einstein's Creepypasta. And then, basically just saying that, ugh. Okay, for one, where the hell was the protagonist at? I mean, it says, when I walked out the building, okay, can you specify what specific building that you were in? You couldn't have specified that, maybe? Maybe just a little bit. Were you coming out of Nickelodeon Studios? Were you coming out of your house? Hell, were you coming out of your local sex shop getting your lube and your dildos or something? I don't fucking know. I mean, elaborate, damn it. Elaborate on what the hell it is that you're coming out of. Because it's like, it's just completely right there. It's like, I was walking out of building. What the fuck kind of building were you going on with? Oh, and another thing too, author, the idea of sitting there and posting it on YouTube and earning money is, I don't know, illegal to do that. Especially if it's unaired, because it's unaired for a fucking reason, you dumbass. That's not realistic in any way. And even if you did upload it to YouTube, you most likely would have it taken down nearly instantaneously. And if you don't get a strike, you might get sued because you stole something from that specific company. And of course, but yeah, and something else too, and this is the one thing I never understood with, people with that kind of, this is one thing I never understood when it comes to Lost Episode, creepypastas. The fact that people just steal whatever it is that they wind up finding. A VHS tape, a DVD, a USB drive. I mean, I don't know. It seems like almost every Lost Episode protagonist is a fucking thief. Taking something that doesn't belong to them, and then going off and watching it, and then writing it all down on a forum for everybody to know about, thus completely ruining the PR. Although I really can say that corporations can go fuck themselves, because I really hate all of them. But still, I mean, come on. It seems that's always been something I've wondered. Why is every protagonist in every Lost Episode pasta a thief? I mean, why do they go to Pirate Bay? Why do they steal discs from places? Why do they never return them? Does it go through any of these protagonists' mind, to sit there and at least, fucking return it, maybe? Or even if they don't, at least, I don't know, these people have no common sense. But, the same can be said with this one. It's like, herp derp, I found DVD, I'm gonna put it in my bag. Now I'm gonna go and watch it, derp derp derp. That's exactly what apparently is happening. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know why I'm ranting about that, but I think it feels necessary. Ugh. Seriously, pastas like these need to change their stuff. Need to change the way that they get these things. Otherwise, it's just gonna turn more into shit. But it's only getting worse from here on out, people. Get ready, and I recommend that you take off your earplugs, because you're probably gonna have so much screaming going into your ears that you're gonna be deaf after this. When I arrived home, I put the DVD in my DVD player. However, the first thing, the screen froze for about 2 minutes, and the intro played, but it was very odd. The music Lavender Town from Pokemon was in reverse, the colors were all dull, and the words Little Einstein was written as if it was made by a 65-year-old. The episode was called The Stampy Horror Game. I wasn't sure whether if it looked appropriate for kids. The episode starts with three of our main characters, Leo, June, and Quincy, hearing sad violin music. Then it cut to Quincy looking at the Jigglypuff, Stella, and then it cuts to Stella with a sad face in the house, but instead of happy music, it was placed with Sonic.exe, Hill Acts 1, and screaming from Sally.exe. What? What? What the fuck? My blood's boiling right now, people. I'm shaking. You can't be fucking kidding me right now! Oh my god! This is the fucking bullshit! Why is this the fucking... Now that I managed to get that out of the way, why? Lavender Town from Pokemon in a lost episode Creepypasta? Sad violin jiggly fucking puff? What is this? Genuinely speaking, why, what was going on through the author's head when they made this abomination? You know, it's no wonder it's getting flagged for deletion. It's shit. I mean, I expected it to be bad, but Lavender Town? Why Lavender Town? Of all things you could have put into this pasta, you choose Lavender Town, as if that's supposed to be scary. FYI, it's not scary. It's insulting. Everyone knows that Lavender Town is not terrifying. Okay, maybe it's unnerving, but it's not terrifying anymore. It's crap. Not the creepypasta, by the way, but the story and the idea of the, written by a 65-year-old. Yeah, that's really nice. Way to insult the elderly, you fucking dick. But, ugh. And it's called the Stampy Horror Game? How is that a concept of an episode? What does that have to do about a show based off of musical instruments and various musical composers and artists of the olden times, like Beethoven and other things? Or, what does it have to do with any of this? Could somebody explain that to me? Why is it that I jinx myself every time I do these? Every time I do this, I find something that's worse than the last story. Every fucking time I find it, and it drives me nuts. Oh God, I'm dying right now. I'm quite literally dying. I'm just gonna move on before I blow up even more. The scene played for 3 minutes before Leo said, "Hey friends, let's play a Stampy Cat game on the..." He never said what he wanted to do, he just did it. He boarded Rocket as usual, but Quincy noticed the red engine things that were attached to Rocket had cracks on it, and he said, Leo, there's something wrong with the right engine." But Leo just said in a rude manner, "Shut up, Maya. Go to your Xbox 360 and play Wander Quest." I couldn't believe Leo would act like Maya's boss. Maya said in a depressed manner, "Well, okay, then." Then the group did the usual countdown and Rocket took off. Then those cracks in the engines cracked and then broke off. Leo tried to control Rocket, but it was rolling out of control like the American airline flight 191, the 1979 crash. Again, this story is going downhill so quickly. But, there's actually one thing I completely forgot to make a mention of. The mentioning of Sonic.exe, Hillzone, and Sally.exe in a fucking creepypasta like this. And then, freaking... And then, him just saying, "Shut up, Maya, go to your Xbox 360 and play Wonder Quest." Do I even really need to explain how stupid that sounds? In fact, it sounds so freaking stupid, there's nothing I could say. I don't have anything else more to say about this abomination of a story. The mentioning of other creepypastas in a creepypasta to try and attempt to make your story scary is not scary, people. It doesn't play well. If anything, according to my book, not only is proofreading a huge necessity, which this author apparently failed to do, but the very idea of having a decent topic sentence and things of that nature, preparing to write and doing other things like that, this author doesn't do it! Like, my God, people! Ugh! And I think what's really insulting is this asshole author is sitting there and trying to use a real tragedy, like the American airline flight 1979 crash, and use it in a way to sit there and try and add some kind of shock value. Like, really? I mean, look, I'm not the kind of person to get particularly upset by that kind of thing, because I know people tend to use it in jokes and things like that, and you know, dark humor is a pretty darn good thing, but this isn't humorous, and this isn't anything else more but for the usage of something shocking to try and make it seem scary, when in all due sincerity, it's not scary, it's not funny, it's just absolutely sickening. Shame on you, author, for doing something like that. I mean, come on. I get it, it's from 1979, but it's still a tragedy. Freaking respect the dead, damn it. Then it fell. Everyone was screaming as it crashed into a farm and a realistic explosion on impact. It then showed the carnage of Rocket and the Einsteins. It looked hyper-realistic, especially with the blood, fire, and body parts. It then cut to black and showed the image of Stella. The Jigglypuff was too realistic. She had black eyes and red pupils with blood dripping down her sockets. It looked so horrifying and disturbing. In the background it had text that said, Maya.exe came, all hail, kill everyone. Then it cuts to Anna Maya's laptop going to GameJolt.com. She searched for a Stampy game and she found one, but it turned out to be a horror game. She downloaded it anyway, but played it. But Stampy was in Sonic style. The background music was the game from the same scene of the intro. She noticed that the game was developed by Maya. The background was black in the game with silver platforms, with dead bodies and cat mittens, his dog. I was horrified. Good thing I kept the DVD. Well, we're done with that. After finally getting through the rest of that garbage story, we're finally done with it. Thank goodness. But before I get into my final thoughts on this piece of dog, this story is an insult. No, that's an insult to dog shit. No, this black hole of a story. No, you know what? That's an insult to black holes. You know something? I can't really say what this thing is, because any kind of insult I could give this would be an insult to that specific insult. And you know what? That's not something I want to do. But let's get back to this story. You know, we have the blood, we have the gore, we have the hyper-realistic card thrown in. Good fucking luck with that right there. And then black eyes and red pupils. Woo! Like Sanic.exe. I mean, horrifying and disturbing imagery. And then Maya.exe came. All hail, kill everyone. Okay, who the hell am I supposed to hail? Am I supposed to hail, kill everybody? Is there a guy named Kill Everybody that I'm supposed to hail? And I didn't know that Maya.exe came. I really hope she cleans up her mess after that, but still, I didn't even know if that's even possible that an EXE game could come like that. But, yeah, still. And then playing a game, and then Sonic style, and then background music, and then, yeah, and then Maya, and then boom. And then there was a game with dead bodies and of cat mittens and dogs. But, oh, and did I forget to mention the lowercase i's in this one? This was actually, I was kind of hoping that this would not be a problem, because I actually was going to give this story like the least bit of credit for at least capitalizing the i's, which many of these shit stories don't do. Unfortunately, I was wrong. There are two lowercase i's at the very fucking end of the story. No joke, people. No joke. In fact, it's there. Two lowercase i's. And you people know how I feel about that shit. I'm glad the story's getting deleted. I'm so glad that this has been flagged for deletion. I'm genuinely happy because of that. Why? Because you know what? For two reasons. Number one, nobody will have to ever read this abomination ever again. And number two, this might give the author some kind of inspiration to work better on his writing. So you know something? It's a win-win in a sense. And to the author of the story, if you are watching this video, if you're reading this or whatever, which you're probably just watching it, despite my complaints, I really do hope you learn from these things. In fact, I got my book out right here. Basic main issues I genuinely have with the story are pretty much as such. For example, the composition of the story is not good whatsoever. The way you did these stories were not properly paragraphed. The formatting itself was absolutely horrible. The grammar was okay. At least until the end, until you started, being lazy with your eyes, which drives me nuts. And then the random references to tragedies, which was completely unnecessary and rather insulting to a lot of people, including my own self. Even though this really didn't affect me, it's still pretty fucking insulting. The usage of other creepypastas and like Sonic.exe and other things in your Lost Episode story as a way to try and make it seem as though it was scarier, which it's not. Jigglypuff and Pokemon being used in the story, which, like I said, not necessary under any circumstance. The rude manners, the everything else, and just the very concept itself was so confusing and so difficult to understand and just so pointless to the point where I wonder to myself, how is this even allowed to be submitted in the first place? I mean, I'm not joking. There's nothing about the story that has anything good to do with little Einsteins. I'm surprised you could have completely cut out the little Einsteins and the story would have still remained the same. I am not joking. And, while we're at it, I'm actually going to sit there and read a couple of these comments from a few people that, sat there and freaking read the story themselves. So, while I'm waiting for that to load, which is taking a while, I don't know why it is, but it is, but still though, this story, people, I've narrated tons of crap in my time. Obviously, this is still crap. It will always be crap. It will always never be crap. I mean, that made no sense. But then again, what do you expect from something like this that more or less winds up, I don't even know. I never thought I'd say this, but the Spin Pasta Wiki is starting to become like the Goshia Lost Episode Wiki. That's scaring me, because the Spin Pasta was actually pretty good at one point. And now, a bunch of people who think that they can that think they can write well, or basically are just starting it off, are poisoning the website with bullcrap. More bullcrap than they know what to do with. Now, these comments still have not loaded up, but once they do, I will make sure of it to read it to you guys, or if not, I will probably put them in the description. Maybe, I don't know. Oh! Well, guess what? I just refreshed the entire page, and you want to know something funny? The page was deleted! This whole page was just deleted right then and right now. Holy shit, you guys. I'm gonna screenshot this and show you all. It just got deleted, which is probably the reason why I couldn't sit there and, check out any of the comments or anything. It just got deleted. Wow. That was quick. That was very quick. Honestly, to the admins, congratulations, you did awesome with this one. Kinda glad I got to the story now, because I probably wouldn't have never been able to get to this again. This episode would not exist. Speaking of episode, I hope you guys enjoyed this, rant, raving, insanity kind of deal of mine, because I certainly enjoyed it. Although not really, because I wind up losing more brain cells than I could count, although I always lose brain cells due to the fact of the crap that I eat. But this story only further proved the fact that this story is garbage. And how funny was it that this entire thing got deleted instantly? I'm not joking, people. That screenshot should be there. I just got on the thing literally 20 minutes ago, and the amount of time that story was up, it got deleted just as quickly. And I can't help but laugh. Like, you know what? This is one of those Creepypasta fail videos that I think actually ended on a good note for once. It's a rarity, but it's a good one nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed this Creepypasta fail series and you guys want more of them, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. Comment down below what other crappy pastas you would want me to sit there and narrate, and I'll give it a shot. If it drives me up the wall, you might even get your comment pinned if I'm able to. But yeah, what did you guys think about this entire thing? Did you all enjoy this? Did you not? Most likely you didn't. And what would you have done to help make this story a lot better? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'm the Shadow Reader, and like always, roll the outro because I'm out. In fear and surprise as your eyes widen, your mouth goes dry with each battered breath. You try to scream, your mind begs to leave, glued to your computer screen. The killers they slash, the tapes burn and crash. The cartridge you bought will be your final haunt. The rituals of hate will seal your fate. The tears you shed will be from the fear-gripping horror-driven nightmarish gore-filled, terrorizing, hateful, burning, violent, rage-inducing, knife-slashing, blood-splattering, silent screams. Only time will tell if you will escape this online hell. Your horror-filled obsessions will come with its own regressions. Your pathetic screams will not be heeded in any way, because your nightmares will come